Hello everybody, Beastly Skarmory here, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In this episode, we'll finish off the... I keep wanting to say Forest Temple, but the Forest Temple is not for a long time in the game. Inside the Great Deku Tree, and... So, one out of two problems that I've been having has been fixed. Problem A, C buttons, has not been fixed. But the Z button problem has been fixed. So for the rest of this game, I will be playing this with the joystick as my thing to press the buttons. What? I don't even know what I said. This will be the way I press the C buttons. Oh my god. How does that even work? How do I keep missing the dead center? That's always been a problem with me. I always like to underestimate or overestimate my drops in video games. Say, I don't know, this game, right? I don't mess this up at all. This is like the first time I've actually had done that. Okay, now, there. Oh, that happened. I don't think it should have. Oh, and the special thing about these enemies, they cannot be locked onto. Only their tokens can be locked onto, but the actual enemy itself, they cannot be locked onto at all. Okay. So here's something about this game. Link cannot jump. Link can only jump when he's like leaping off of a ledge. And the first time I played this game, I was not aware of this, so for the longest time I was trying to find the jump button. Actually, the first time I played this, I did really badly on this temple. So actually, I think there's 5 golden Skulltula tokens in each temple. Okay, so now I need fire. First I need to press this, yeah, and that'll go off. That's a heart in there, so when I need a heart, I'll just go there. So as you see, there's water here, but some parts there's not water. There's water everywhere on the floors, but some parts there's like little places you can stand on. So if you use those, you can come over here, burn this web, go in this door, and find the second one of these. Actually, no, you don't have to. Just stand like right around here. Hit the eyeball switch. Now this guy only tells you advice, but I already know the advice. Let me just tell you. 23 is number 1. And that's a code that we're gonna need later in this dungeon. Okay, if I could... I keep forgetting, this isn't like a free camera. Well, I mean like... Okay, so here's diving in the game. Diving is the most annoying thing to me. The most annoying gameplay aspect of the game anyways. Because diving not only like is the most annoying thing, it's just like you don't need it. There's actually one part of the game where you need it for a heart piece. Okay, so Here's the reason why I had no idea how to progress in this temple. So first, I was watching a walkthrough of this game, and I assumed that you could only pull blocks. Here's another text explaining how ammo works, meaning that I did not realize you could push blocks by just holding forward. So that was the reason I never finished. That was the reason. Actually, no. What was the reason? The walkthrough was the reason I found out you could push. Okay, so now you have to take this torch and light these. This is a... Oh, you're kidding me? There's a common trope in Zelda games. In this game, actually. Okay. And we're almost to the end of this dungeon. Wait, is this? Yes, it is. Okay. So just stand here and shoot these down before you walk in this room, or else you're gonna have to fight annoying enemies. Their hitbox is actually pretty small when they're an egg. Okay. So then we need more Deku Seeds. In this game, it's 5 bullets that you get from each one, but in Ocarina and Majora's Mask, it's 10. I wish it was 10 in this game. That'll just make things a lot easier for me. Especially because I can't aim for my life. So now, we're up here. And if you fall, mess up, then you have to go back. And I had to do that a lot because I didn't know you could push blocks. I kept trying to pull it from the front, which just kept making me fall. So now push this down. Now leap over here. Take this. Jump back. Climb. And then just roll over this. And now that opens this up. And you can now progress to the complete bottom of the temple. Remember earlier how I said 23 is number 1? That's what that Deku Scrubs that I skipped over said. Well, that's where you're gonna have to use this. So hit the second one, then the third one, and then the first one. Just run over to it. Or not. So now, just know our secret. Whatever. Queen Goma. It's pretty obvious. Hit her in the eye. And I'm gonna try to beat Goma with 1 cycle. See if I can do that. I'm just gonna leave the mouse right there. So now just simply look up at Goma. Just look her dead in the eye. And Goma is actually a lot more detailed compared to the first Zelda. Oh geez, you can just really see that line right there. I messed up. So then, when her eye turns red up here, then just roll over here, and or I could miss, and there just finish off Goma. This is the easiest boss in the game, and now you're done with the first dungeon of the game. That was really short. How long has this been going for, actually? 10 minutes. Let's just look at this ending cutscene, and then I guess I'll just... Oh, this cutscene is really long. This is probably the most boring thing. I could cut it out and just summarize it for you, but I'm just gonna just watch it. So, actually, I'm just gonna summarize it right here. So, the Deku Tree somehow dies. I don't get how, but he just dies right here. Now he's gonna tell us a story. And now he's gonna tell us about, okay, this guy, Ganondorf. He puts a curse on him and he dies, and then he's gonna tell us about how the Triforce was made. Nairu, Favore, and Din made the sacred stones, the sacred realm Triforce, 3 golden triangles connected together in a way where it has another triangle in the center. So this is basically the creation of the universe. Din made stuff, Favore made stuff, and Nairu made stuff, and Earth. Din, power, Nairu, wisdom, and Favore, courage. No, yes. So, we're represented by Favore, because we have the Triforce of courage. This is what Earth was, rocks and lightning. I don't know how like, land, how there could be hurtling rocks if land didn't even exist. And Hyrule gave spirit and law of law, and Aurora made life. It looks like it says Furore, but apparently it's pronounced Furore. I don't get why, but then they fuse together, and then they make this. The Triforce. And it's gold. And it exists. And you see this about 2 more times in the game. So, the Desert Man in black armor. That's what he's called. All we learn his name is Ganondorf. And, or you could just play Melee, or just Brawl, or Smash 4, and you'll realize that that's clearly Ganondorf. Oh my god. He's gonna pass away soon, as in like 10 seconds, 30 maybe. So where are the Hope of Hyrule. So here is the first out of 3 stones that we need. We have the Kokiri's Emerald, that we're gonna need the Goron's Ruby, and the Zora Sapphire. There's a spiritual stone of forest, fire, and water. Oh my god. This is really boring. All the text and story parts of the game just annoy me. I don't like waiting through this. I like the gameplay, but I hate all the times where you just stop the gameplay in favor for a story. And he doesn't come back to life. He's just dead forever. We can still go back in the dungeon, because if you want to get more spiritual stones, if you want to get more Skulltulas, then you're gonna need to go in there. So Mido just says we killed the Great Deku Tree. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Now here's the point of the game where I forgot what to do. It all depends on the positioning of this guy over here. Is if I have to go to the Lost Woods or if I can just leave. Okay, I can just leave. For some reason the fairies appear before like the actual like sprites of the people. Here's Saria. We're gonna see her like 2 more times in the game. Apparently, you see her 1, 2 more times, or 3, 2 or 3 more times. And she's a somewhat important character, I guess you can say, but at the same time, not really. I actually made a story about this game. In 6th grade, I made a story about the final area in the entire game, and it was really dumb because it was supposed to be a personal narrative, and I just wrote about, you know, the last part of this game. When I was in 6th grade, I like only wrote about video games. I don't know why. It was just like a thing to me. Now I like only wrote about it once. Or twice, I guess you could say. Still, it's just like, I don't know. Now, after that text and then more text, now we're gonna get, well, if you understand how chains of events works, and you'll probably be able to guess what's next. You're gonna have 5 seconds to guess. 5, 4, 3, 2. I only had 3 seconds, but yep, more text that you can't skip. So this is Owl Kapora, and he has one of those faces where even if his head is upside down, that it still looks like an owl. And you know what the worst part about this guy is? You can't just mindlessly press the A button. Because look, just wait. Just wait. He says, "Did you get all that?" And it immediately highlights no, with no being on top. So if you're just mindlessly pressing the A button, then you are going to have to listen to this text again. Guy just killed the frame rate. Okay, so through my testing, Hyrule Field runs like complete trash. What is that thing in the top left? I don't know if you can see it, you probably can, but is that the battery life of my controller? It could be. I don't think my controller is fully charged though. So now, in this part of the game, you can choose two different things: progression or side stuff. So, I'm gonna choose side stuff, but I keep putting my mouse there. But instead of doing the side stuff this episode, there's a lot of side stuff that you can do. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make you sit through this. Next time on Ocarina of Time, I'll do the side stuff, meaning getting, better things for my items and more heart pieces. So until then, see you next time.